Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to shell script, where we will learn about GID. We will discuss what is GID, what are the applications where GID is utilized. Okay, then we will see how we can practically implement the GID concept in shell script. And once everything is clear, then we will also see how we can execute the shell script that contains GID. Okay, so these all things we are going to process or discuss in this particular session. I want to tell you one thing, that GID, fetching GID and displaying GID is not that hard, right? You can simply do it with the single line with echo command. But the important thing is definition and purpose. We should know about the concept, and that's why I'm discussing each and every topic in a separate session. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about the GID, firstly theoretically and then practically. So let's start with the theoretical discussion. I'm just going to session B, where I have noted down couple of things for GID. So I think my screen is visible to you. So here what we are doing, firstly we are talking about the definition of GID. So what I have written here, GID means group identifier, is a numeric value used in Unix and Linux like operating system to uniquely identifying a group of user. Each group is assigned with a unique GID. Clear? Okay. So what is GID? GID is a group identifier, which is nothing but a numeric value for a Linux, Unix shell like structures. Okay, and this GID is used by the operating system to uniquely identifying a group of users. Okay, so you can assume there are five groups: group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. Okay, so if let's say if operating system want to allocate some resources to a particular group, so how it will identify the group? It will identify the group with a group unique identity number, and it would be only a numeric value. For example, 1 2 3 is a group 1 unique ID, then 3 4 5, likewise anything. Okay, so any numeric value which is assigned to a group in order to uniquely identify it is known as GID. As here it is mentioned, each group is assigned with a unique GID. Okay, then okay, this thing is clear, what is GID. Now what is the purpose of GID? So first thing is access control, which comes file permissions. Okay, so GIDs are used in conjunction with the file system permissions to control access to file and directories. Each file or directory has associated permission for the owner, the group, and others. The GID determines which group of user can access the file with a specific permission. Okay, so I think now it is clear that when it is straightforward, right? GID are used in the conjunction with the file system permission. Okay, so in order to control the access to a file and directories, as here it is mentioned, each file or directory has associated permission, right? For the owner, for the group, for the others. So the GID determines which group of user can access the file with a specified permission. So for example, we have three files, okay? But out of three files, for file A, I don't want to give modification authority to file A for to user A, to group A for file 1. So this thing we can determine with the help of GID. Like GID will determine which group of users can access the file with the specified permissions. Clear? Then we have directory permission. Similarly to the files, directory permission also use GID to control which user can read, write, or execute within directory. Okay, so that is also utilized with the help of GID. So GID will decide like which directory has the permission for read operation, which directory has permission for write operation, and which directory has permission for execute operation. So these are things we can identify with the help of GID. Then second thing is user grouping. Primary group. Each user is assigned with a primary group specified by a primary GID. This primary group is usually defined when the user is created. Then we have secondary group. Users can also belong to multiple secondary groups, each identified by a different GID. This allows for more flexible access control and resource sharing among different sets of users. Okay, so you can see in both cases we are utilizing the GID, or GID is used. Okay, GID. Then we have system management. So yes, for system management also GID is used. Resource sharing. By grouping users with a similar roles or need, system administrator can manage resource sharing more effectively. For example, a group of developers might have a GID that grants the access to development tools and directory. So for that, what like, if let's say if there is a group for only for the developers, and we want to allocate, we want to you can say we want to provide all the access related to development. So in that case, we can simply use the GID in order to grant the required permission. Then we have simplified administration. Managing permissions at group level rather than the individual user level specify administration, especially in environments with many users. Okay, so I think now it is clear to you like what is GID, why we are using GID, how GID is used for access control, for grouping, and for system management along with a simplified administration. So these are the purposes of GID. Clear? Fine. Now what I'll do, I'll show you the practical example where we will utilize this GID concept. So for that I'll simply write here work-lnk, enter. Then I'll do page down. Then I'll take option 5 on text Sharmit directory. Then we have file which is sharmit.sh. Taking option 2 here. And here you can see at the moment I just noted down one multi-line comment which is just for the introduction purpose. So presented by text Sharmit and session is GID in shell script. Now what I'll do, I'll simply write here echo colon GID, or you can say group identifier. Let me write complete group identifier or GID. Okay, so we will fetch this with the help of dollar. As I mentioned, it is straightforward. You can use just dollar and it will print the value. So after writing this, you can press F3 for save and exit 2 times. Now we are good to run this. So to run this, let me unhide this thing and run here QSH. On QSH we will write /home /Sharmit /tech Sharmit /Sharmit.sh. So you can see right now it is showing us group ID as 0. That means this group ID, we have the group identity number as 0. Why? Because we are using public server, so they are different things. But for example, let's say if you have the group 30, and in that case if you try to use the same command, you will see the different group ID number here instead of 0. Okay, but overall I have explained you like how we can what is the meaning of group ID, how we can use it in shell script, right? So now it's time to see how we can execute the same shell script through CL program. So for that, shell script is ready, program is ready. So I'll just simply write here work mbrpdm. Then this is the program. I'll just quickly walk you through this. So program is to running a shell script using CL program, taking F4 on DCL, provide variable name, type, storage and length. Then we have chgvar, take F4 command, and variable script is /home Sharmit text Sharmit.sh. Then strqsh and take F4, and here you can provide the variable name which is in which you have prepared the script. Suppose that you just need to compile it and call it. So I just called it and it is printing with the group identifier GID is 0. Okay, so this is how we can easily utilize CL program in order to execute the script which is printing the GID. You can also print, and many other things are there that you can utilize to print the values. Okay, but for now we are just printing one single line just in order to show you the example for GID. So these are the all things that we can perform related to GID and shell script. I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.